A note of warning to viewers of a nervous disposition. Today in the Crown Court, we deal with a crime so fiendish as to strike at the very foundations of life as we know it. Murder most foul.
Members of the jury, the prisoner stands indicted for that he, Robert Aloysius Hammond, on the 25th day of December, did without lawful excuse murder Stanley de Vere Plantagenet Isham. To this indictment he has pleaded not guilty, and it is your charge to say, having heard the evidence, whether he be guilty or not.
Do we understand then, Mr. Sampson, that you have now retired from the police force?
That I have, sir.
But you were, in December last, the officer assigned to this case.
That I were, sir.
When did you first hear the case?
At exactly 1 o'clock on the afternoon of Christmas Day. I was just sitting down to my Christmas dinner and I received a telephone call from the constable at Little Wretchin. I then proceeded to Wretchin Hall, which be 3/4 of a mile outside Little Wretchin. That's if you take the shortcut across Farmer Jarvis's fields.
You seem to know this village, Little Wretching, very well.
Oh, that I should. I were born there and served as constable till last year.
And when you arrived at Wretching Hall?
One moment, Mr. Harvester. Mr. Sampson, when were you promoted Detective Inspector?
December last, my lord.
From constable at Little Wretching?
Happy so, my lord.
Is murder or any other grave offence a common occurrence in Little Wretching?
Not as you might say common, my lord, no. More riding bicycles without lights, like.
Odd.
My lord?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Harvester. Yes, carry on, please.
When you arrived at Wretching Hall, officer, what did you find?
I found a corpse.
Where?
In the library.
The library?
My lord.
Was it, by any chance, slumped over the desk with a dagger of oriental design stuck in its back?
As a matter of fact, my lord, yes.
Ah.
Were you able to identify the corpse?
It were young Stans.
You mean Sir Stanley Isham?
That's right.
And shortly afterwards, did a police surgeon arrive?
He did.
And do you now produce his medical report?
I do.
My lord, my learned friend has agreed to the production of this report.
Mr. Harvester, I must confess to a certain amount of impatience. What was the cause of death?
He was stabbed, my lord.
And it was not subsequently found that he had died from some obscure oriental poison?
Oh, no, my lord.
Oh, you disappoint me, Mr. Harvester.
My lord?
Well, surely it is the classic procedure in fictional cases of this kind for it to be discovered later that the knife was stuck into the corpse merely to confuse the police, and that the cause of death turned out to be something quite different.
As your lordship pleases. Officer, did you proceed?
No, please, Mr. Harvester.
My lord.
I see that the doctor is unable to determine the exact time of death.
You will recall, my lord, that he was unable to come to the scene of the crime until after lunch on the Christmas day.
Yes, indeed. In fact, all that the good doctor can say is that death could have occurred between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. on Christmas morning.
Yes, my lord. Officer, do you now produce the weapon by which the deceased met his death? Exhibit number 1, my lord?
Ah.
And this would perhaps be an appropriate moment, my lord, to exhibit the bundle of photographs of the deceased and of the scene of the crime. Exhibit number 2.
Mr. Harvester, I congratulate you. You have been briefed in what is indeed a classic case.
I'm obliged to your lordship. Now, officer, did you ascertain to whom that dagger, exhibit number 1, belonged?
I did it with young Stans.
The deceased. How do you know?
It always hung on the wall, you see, in the library. I seen it there many a time.
And were there fingerprints on the dagger?
No, none at all.
Did you find any material evidence at the scene of the crime which could lead you...
The word, Mr. Harvester, is clues.
I'm exceedingly obliged, my lord. Did you find any clues, officer?
No.
Did you interview the residents of the house?
I did.
Who were they?
Well, old Miss Webster, of course, she used to teach me down at the village school. And then there was young Master Nicholas, of course, that's his Sir Nicholas as is now, like. Yeah. And, of course, Standish, the butler.
Ah, the butler.
In what were, my lord. He still lives there at the Hall, sort of pensioned off, as you might say. Oh, and her.
Her?
Ah, her. Her has married young Stan, Lady Isham, that is.
Am I to take it, Mr. Harvester, that all these people were staying in the house, a sort of Yuletide country house weekend?
Oh, no, my lord, they live there.
All of them?
Well, he let it out in flats, see?
The deceased?
No, old Sir Martin, he had the old hall converted into flats.
Yes, but they all seem to be relations or local people.
Well, they would be, see, because there's always been Ishams at the hall. He liked to keep up the old tradition, Sir Martin did.
Now, I think this would be a convenient moment, my lord, to put in exhibit number 3, a plan of the house. Now, as your lordship and the jury will see, it is a large house built on 3 floors. The ground floor has been retained as one very large flat, and then there are 2 self-contained flats on each of the upper floors. Apart from the one, the other flats do not concern us, my lord.
Why do they not concern us?
Because all these people were present during the whole of the material time at a party held by the accused in his flat, my lord. Now, that is the flat immediately above the room where the body was found, the library. Now, officer, having interviewed the other witnesses, did you then interview the accused?
I did.
Did you caution him?
Oh, I did that straight away. I went to his room, and there he were, flaked out across his bed with all his clothes on, sound asleep. And I said, do you wish to say anything? You are not obliged to do so, but whatever you do say will be written down and may be used in evidence. Now, he said...
But I'm sorry, you cannot possibly mean to say that you cautioned this man before you'd had any previous interview with him at all.
So I did, my lord.
So I'm right in thinking that you woke him out of sleep and cautioned him?
Happy so, my lord. I cautioned him, and he said, what? And I said, there's murder been done. And he said...
Do you seriously mean to tell this court that this was, so far as you know, the first intimation that the accused had that there had even been a murder?
I caught him red-handed, as you might say, my lord.
You did say that you had retired since then.
Happy so, my lord.
Well, I don't know what your learned friend may wish to make of all this, but... I thought as much. God.
Well, I said there's been murder done, and he said, don't be bloody silly, I got hangover, man. And I said, young Stan's been done in. And he said, so it happened. So it really did happen.
It happened, it really did happen.
That's what he said, yes. And I said, 'tis my duty to ask you to accompany me to the station, where whatever you say, and then he interrupted me like he said, all right, I'll come quietly. Then he said something else, my lord, sort of soft like it were, almost to himself.
What did he say?
Yes, he said, it is a far, far better thing I do now than I have ever done.
And then?
He come quietly, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sampson.
You're welcome.
Officer? But of course, it's no longer officer, is it? You did say you'd retired?
Yes.
When?
What?
When did you retire from the force, Mr. Sampson?
In January, sir.
How old are you?
52.
Oh, has the retiring age been lowered then?
Well, it weren't like that.
Or what then?
I weren't well.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. In what way not well? Did you have some sort of accident?
Not quite, no.
Or some illness then?
Well, no.
What then, Mr. Sampson?
We're more nervous, like.
Nervous?
Kind of breakdown, it were.
And when did this breakdown occur?
Just after New Year, sir.
Mr. Sampson, how many cases did you handle during your very brief term of office as Detective Inspector?
Just the one, sir.
This one? This case?
Yes.
Would you speak up, please?
Yes.
Thank you. And within a week of arresting this man for murder, you suffered your nervous breakdown.
Yes.
Now, is it within your knowledge, Mr. Sampson, that immediately after your retirement, a Detective Sergeant Simpson was promoted to Detective Inspector?
My lord, I don't see that this has...
Mr. Dealey, you are, I assume, suggesting that this officer's appointment came about as the result of confusion between 2 similar names and that he was not qualified to undertake this investigation.
I am, my lord.
Or, to put it another way, to suggest that the days of the infallible detectives such as Lord Peter Wimsey have, alas, gone forever.
And not to mention Monsieur Hercule Poirot, my lord.
I submit, my lord.
Continue, Mr. Dealey.
My lord. Well, Mr. Sampson, was Detective Sergeant Simpson...
Yes, he were.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to remind the jury of one statement that you say the accused made. You say he said, "It is a far, far better thing I do than I have ever done." Are you familiar with the works of Charles Dickens, Mr. Sampson?
What with your lordship's remarks about certain works of detective fiction and my learned friend's present excursion into a more classical period, I'm emboldened to ask whether this is a court of law or a class in English literature.
By all means, Mr. Harvesty, ask. Continue, Mr. Dealey.
Mr. Sampson, have you ever read The Tale of Two Cities?
I saw the film.
And then you may remember those very words being spoken by Sidney Carton before going to his death for a crime he did not commit for the sake of the woman he loved.
I don't remember old films all that well.
That's all, Mr. Sampson. Thank you.
Has your lordship any further questions?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Harvesty. Very well. You may leave the box.
I call the widow of the deceased, Lady Marjorie Isham.
Lady Marjorie Isham, please.
I shall never forget that night. Never. And I would do anything to find the fiend responsible for my husband's foul murder.
I'm sure you will. Now, we understand that there was a party on that Christmas Eve, is that so?
Yes. Bob thought it would be nice, it being Christmas.
Bob being Mr. Hammond, the accused?
Yes.
Did you and your husband attend that party?
I did. Stanley, my late husband, did not.
Why was that?
He was very tired.
Yes, I see. And you arrived upstairs at Mr. Hammond's flat at about what time?
Just before 9 o'clock.
And when did you leave Mr. Hammond's flat again?
At 11:30 Christmas morning.
Did you leave Mr. Hammond's flat at any time or for any purpose between 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve and 11:30 on Christmas Day?
No, never.
And during all that time, were you alone with Mr. Hammond?
Oh, no, they were all there.
They?
Oh, yes, Miss Webster and Sir Nicholas and Standish and Bob, of course.
Lady Isham, in what room of Mr. Hammond's flat was this party held?
The living room.
And you were in that room all the time?
Well, yes. Well, once or twice, perhaps. Just for a moment, I may have.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, had anyone left the flat, would you have seen them go?
Oh, yes.
And did anyone leave the flat?
Well, no one except
Yes, except?
Except Bob, of course.
And when did he leave the flat?
When he went up to see my husband at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Was it a good party, Lady Isham?
Oh, yes.
You talked, drank, danced, perhaps?
Yes, a little.
And the party continued in this vein until what time?
About 1 o'clock.
And then what happened?
Well, I became worried because the music was rather loud and I was afraid it would disturb my husband, so I asked Bob if he would mind turning it down a little.
And did he?
Mind or turn it down?
Either.
He turned it up.
And then?
I begged. I implored. I knew there was going to be trouble, a scene. He became very confused. He'd had a great deal to drink. And then he started shouting and he turned the knob until the music got louder and louder. And then he said he was going to go down and sort him out.
Meaning your husband?
Yes.
And?
He went down.
Mr. Hammond, the accused?
Yes.
And when he'd gone?
We waited.
For how long?
Oh, about 5 minutes. It could have been longer, I don't really know.
All of you together in that room?
Yes. And then
Yes.
Bob came back.
And?
He just stood there in the doorway, staring as if he'd seen a ghost.
What happened then?
Well, it was late and I was tired, and I said, Bob, I must go home. It's awfully late. And I went to go past him through the door, and he said no. No, he said. And he slammed the door in my face, turned the key, walked across the room and threw it out of the window.
The key?
Yes. He threw it as far as he could. We could see it lying there in the snow. It was snowing, my lord. It was glistening in the light from the library window.
So you were all, in effect, locked in?
Yes, all of us.
Did any of you remark on this fact?
Oh, we all did. Well, and then he said, "And a Merry Christmas to you too." And he went into his bedroom and he slammed the door.
And then?
We played Scrabble.
You what?
We couldn't get out, you see.
Did no one have a duplicate key to the room?
No.
Could you not telephone for help?
Well, the phone was downstairs.
Did you make any attempt to arouse your husband's attention?
Well, yes, we all did. We yelled and we screamed and we stamped on the floor, but he didn't come. Well, he couldn't, of course.
No.
And then we decided that, well, he'd gone to bed and that when he woke up in the morning, he would come and see what had happened.
Yes. And having resigned yourself to the inevitable, you played Scrabble.
Then Standish made the breakfast and I became rather worried because my husband hadn't come to see where I was, so we decided to wake up Bob.
And did you?
I went in.
Yes, you went in and?
I saw his hand
Yes?
on the cover. He was sound asleep, but his hand was all covered in blood.
And then?
I screamed, and the others all rushed in.
Did Mr. Hammond awake?
No, he just turned over and muttered something like, "No bacon, please, love," and then went back to sleep again. So we all backed out on tiptoe, you know, and we talked it over. We were rather worried. And then Miss Webster went up the chimney.
She what?
Well, she climbed up the chimney, my lord. She climbed up and down the side of the house. There was ivy on the wall. And then she got the key and came back the same way and let us out.
She must have got excessively dirty.
Oh, she did. And then we all went downstairs and we found Stanley.
Quite. Now, Lady Isham, what was your relationship with the accused?
I beg your pardon.
To put it quite bluntly, Lady Isham, was Bob Hammond your lover?
That's... What a terrible thing to say.
I take it then that your answer is no.
Almost emphatically.
You were, if I may be permitted the cliché, just good friends?
Oh, yes. Well, that is...
Yes, Lady Isham?
Well, they say a woman always knows, don't they? Not that I ever gave him any encouragement.
Lady Isham, did this man ever make advances to you?
Yes, once.
When?
At the party.
In front of the other guests?
Oh, no, in the kitchen. Well, he was in there preparing the supper and I went in to help when he grabbed me and kissed me under the mistletoe. He had it there in the kitchen.
Did you respond to his advances?
No. I mean, I pulled away, but he grabbed my hand and he said...
Yes, Lady Isham?
I'd rather not say.
I'm afraid you must.
Must I, my lord?
Yes, madam.
Well, he said, if Stanley wasn't there, would I stand a chance?
Stanley, of course, being...
My husband. My late husband.
Quite. And what did you say?
Well, what could I say? I mean, he was very drunk, and I felt sorry for him. He was such an impulsive boy, so I just ran back to the others.
That's a bloody lie! She loves me, she said so often enough. And that mistletoe in the kitchen, she put it there!
It's not true, it isn't. I was devoted to my husband. Devoted.
Lady Isham, your husband went up to London frequently on business, did he not?
Sometimes.
Only sometimes. What's his profession?
He's in the bookmaking business.
Would you speak up, please?
Bookmaking.
Thank you. And yet you say he only went up to London sometimes. Wasn't it more like once or twice a month for some days at a time?
It could have been, but I really...
And during these absences of your husband, Lady Isham, how often did you cook breakfast for Mr. Hammond?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about your own evidence, Lady Isham, about the moment when you went in to awaken Mr. Hammond on that disastrous Christmas morning. Now, you said, and I quote, he turned over and muttered something about, "No bacon, please, love." Did he usually have bacon, Lady Isham?
I don't know what he usually had.
Then why address that request to you?
Oh, I mean, he was asleep. He didn't even know it was me.
It was you who screamed, Lady Isham?
Mr. Dealey, are you suggesting that Mr. Hammond was accustomed to being woken by a scream?
My lord, I am suggesting that the voice of the beloved remains the voice of the beloved in whatever timbre it is pitched.
I fear, Mr. Dealey, that you are unlikely to bring home the bacon by that line of examination.
I'm obliged, my lord. Bob Hammond was your lover, wasn't he, Lady Isham?
No.
You're quite sure?
Positive.
Oh, what then was the reason for your violent quarrel with your husband on Christmas Eve?
I never quarrelled with my husband.
Oh, why then did he not come with you to this party?
He was working.
On Christmas Eve?
He was a very hard worker.
Yes, no doubt that was why he was always so tired, Lady Isham.
Tired?
Well, you told his lordship and the jury that he didn't come to this party with you because he was so tired, Lady Isham.
So he was.
But not too tired to work.
You're getting me all confused. I don't know what I'm saying.
I put it to you, Lady Isham, that you quarrelled violently with your husband on that night. That you stormed out of the room blind with anger.
No, lies, all lies.
Because you had asked him for a divorce and he'd refused.
No, it wasn't that at all. It was...
Yes, Lady Isham, it was what?
You're getting me all confused. I don't know what I'm saying.
He'd found out, hadn't he? That was what it was, about you and Bob Hammond. And he threatened to divorce you.
That wasn't it at all.
And alimony is never quite the same, is it, Lady Isham, as being the wife of a rich baronet? Or better still, his rich widow?
So, Miss Webster, you are quite positive that nobody left Mr. Hammond's flat between 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve and the moment that you let everybody out on Christmas Day?
Oh, yes, most certainly. Absolutely.
And if anyone had left the flat, you would have seen them go?
Definitely. Oh, quite definitely.
Thank you.
Was it a good party, Miss Webster?
Oh, quite delightful. I'm afraid...
Yes, Miss Webster?
I'm afraid I got just a teensy bit tiddly.
You don't mean drunk?
Oh, no, just a little fuzzy. But I can remember everything that happened, everything.
And when did you cease to feel fuzzy, Miss Webster?
When we started playing Scrabble.
Ah, yes, of course. Now, you were locked in, so you began to play Scrabble, and then?
It got light, and Lady Isham went into Mr. Hammond's room and came out screaming, and I climbed up the chimney.
A very brave thing for you to do.
I have had quite considerable speleological experience, you see.
I beg your pardon?
Potholing.
Ah.
In my younger days.
So it was an easier task for you to do than anybody else in the room?
Oh, I don't think any of them could have done it at all. I mean, the gentleman or Lady Isham.
No, quite. It was a very gallant action, Miss Webster.
Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it, actually.
Then why not do it earlier?
I beg your pardon?
Well, why wait so long before thoroughly enjoying yourself, Miss Webster? Why wait until the morning before going up the chimney?
Well, actually...
Yes, Miss Webster?
I was enjoying the Scrabble so much. You see, I can never find anyone to play it with me, usually.
And are you quite positive that nobody could have left that room at any time without your knowledge?
Oh, yes, positive.
What about the odd moment when you left the room?
Oh, but I never left the room.
Never?
Oh, no.
Extraordinary. Now, we know that you were village schoolmistress in Little Retching, so I dare say you've lived there most of your life.
Yes, I have.
And I suppose you knew Sir Stanley very well.
I taught him at school. And his brother Nicholas, too.
And what rent do you pay for your flat, Miss Webster?
I don't
Would
see
you
what
please answer the question?
Well, nothing.
Nothing?
Well, it was Sir Martin. You see, he very
It was an arrangement entered into in Sir Martin's time, was it?
Yes, yes.
And how did Sir Stanley feel about this? I mean, after all, he was a businessman. He could have let that flat for a very high rental.
Oh, but he couldn't, you see.
Oh, why not?
Because Sir Martin put it expressly in his will. As long as there are Ishams at Retching Hall, that is to be my home.
But supposing Sir Stanley sold the property?
Oh, but he couldn't do that either.
Oh?
No, it was entailed, you see. The house. So there will always be Ishams at Retching Hall, whatever Stanley might have wanted.
Mr. Standish, you were, I understand, once the butler to Sir Martin Isham.
Yes, sir.
Did you hold that position at the time of his death?
Not precisely, sir, no. May I explain, my lord?
Please do.
Well, Sir Martin, in common with many of the landed gentry, suffered pecuniary stresses during the latter years of his life, and it became to him increasingly impossible to maintain the hall in a manner into which he, and indeed myself, had become accustomed, and so he decided to subdivide the building into flats, while maintaining the whole of the ground floor for his own use, sir.
And you?
I remained in his service, sir. I would never desert Sir Martin.
As butler?
No, sir, no, as gentleman's personal gentleman, sir.
Ah. Did you live in the same flat with Sir Martin during his lifetime?
Oh, no, sir, no, that would, it wouldn't have been my place to do so, but Sir Martin was kind enough to make arrangements for me to have a small apartment at the top of the building, sir.
And were you employed as gentleman's personal gentleman by Sir Stanley when he inherited?
No, sir.
But you remained in residence, presumably rent-free?
Yes, Sir Martin had made provision for that, sir. As long as there were Ishams at Retching Hall, I shall never lack a home. Those were his exact words, sir, in his will.
Yes, quite. Now, to come to the night of this party on Christmas Eve, did you leave Mr. Hammond's flat at all during the course of the evening?
On no occasion, sir.
And to your knowledge, did anyone else do so?
Only one person, sir, Mr. Hammond, at approximately 1 a.m., sir.
Yes, we've heard that. And then?
Well, then, as we were all virtual prisoners, we amused ourselves by engaging in a contest of philological expertise, sir.
You mean you played Scrabble?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And later?
Well, later I prepared and served breakfast, and in due course Miss Webster procured our release.
And you are quite positive that during all this time, nobody except Mr. Hammond left that flat?
Quite, sir.
Thank
you. Mr. Standish, you say you did not act as gentleman's personal gentleman to Sir Stanley when he inherited. Did he ask you to?
Well, he did intimate some such desire, sir.
And you refused his offer?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir Stanley was not a gentleman, sir.
Oh, in what way?
His behavior was singularly lacking in everything that denotes a gentleman.
His manner towards you, perhaps?
Well,
Well, could you give us an example?
Must I, my lord?
Yes, Mr. Standish, I'm afraid you must.
Well, he used to call me Reggie boy, sir.
I have no further questions, my lord.
I call Sir Nicholas Isham. Now, you are quite sure that you did not leave that flat for any purpose or at any time between your arrival the night before and lunchtime on Christmas Day?
Absolutely positive, old lad.
And did you see anyone else leave the flat?
Well, only old Bob here on the warpath in the wee small hours.
Thank you, Sir Nicholas.
What was your financial position at the time of your brother's death, Sir Nicholas?
Well, I jogged along there.
On what?
I don't quite get you, old chap.
Sir Nicholas, I put it to you quite bluntly that your manner of life was one which caused your father great concern, that he financed you in various dubious business enterprises, and this contributed greatly to his own personal financial problems. And upon your father's death, your brother told you in no uncertain terms that you would have to find your own way in the world. Is that so?
That's all rather a mouthful, old man.
Is that so, Sir Nicholas?
Well, he couldn't, could he?
Couldn't what?
Throw me out.
Why not?
Because the old dad said in his will that I'd always have a home there as long
as the Ishams remain at the Hall.
That's about right, yes.
And now the Hall is yours and all your troubles are over.
That's about the size of it, yes.
But not quite over, are they, Sir Nicholas?
Sorry?
Well, you do have the Hall, yes, but not the money, because your brother's fortune, his very considerable fortune, was his own. So, what are you living on now, Sir Nicholas?
Well, I managed to...
Jog along.
You could put it that way, yes.
Yes, I'm obliged. You are, if I may say so, a very good-looking man, Sir Nicholas.
Thank you.
And would I be right in thinking, perhaps, a ladies' man?
Well, I've always got on with the fillies.
Particularly the rich fillies, Sir Nicholas?
Well,
Well, come now, no false modesty, I pray you. After all, we're all men of the world.
Well, it's no crime against liking a well-turned-out woman, is there?
Indeed, no. And I'm sure they were all quite satisfied with the relationship.
No complaints, old chap.
No, I'm sure they weren't. And if any of these ladies felt like giving you a small token of their regard, as you say, there is no law against it. How old are you, Sir Nicholas?
What?
How old are you, Sir Nicholas?
Must I?
Yes.
Just coming up to the best years of my life, old chap.
Coming up.
45.
Yes, I see. Now, you spoke a moment ago about Mr. Hammond going down the stairs in the wee small hours on the warpath. Now, what did you mean by that, Sir Nicholas?
Well, old Bob was thirsting for a fight, that's all.
Could you help us by being a little more specific?
Well, there was bad blood there. There's no getting around it.
What, between Mr. Hammond and your brother?
That's right, yes.
Why?
It was none of my business, was it?
No, of course not. But you were on the scene, an intelligent man who keeps his eyes open. Surely you had some inkling. Was a possible reason, perhaps, Lady Esham's interest in Mr. Hammond?
Lady Esham's faults?
Well, she was in love with him, Sir Nicholas. We have been informed, sir.
I don't know who's been informing you, old chap, but whoever it was, I don't know what they're talking about. Well, it was only the day before the party. She told me.
Yes, Sir Nicholas? Do go on. She told you what? That you didn't really care for Mr. Hammond.
That's right, yes.
That was rather odd, wasn't it, confiding in you out of the blue like that? Or was there some particular reason? Such as the fact that she really loved you?
Well, there's no harm in that, is there?
No, there's no harm at all. After all, she's a widow now, isn't she? A very rich widow.
She doesn't own the house.
But she has her husband's money, doesn't she? Do you intend to marry Lady Esham, Sir Nicholas?
I'd say, old thing,
But then again, marriage was never found necessary before, was it? Does Lady Esham know about that side of your jogging along, Sir Nicholas?
I can't explain everything.
Nicholas, stop! Don't admit anything. She's lying. She's been lying to you all along. She's making a fool of you, Nicky. I've seen her carrying on with him in the potting shed.
Madam, I must ask you...
She was lying in this very court. They've all been lying. They all of them left that flat, every one of them. I left the flat too. And when I came back, there was no one there. No one at all. It was just midnight when I went out. I heard the village clock striking.
And why did you leave the flat, Miss Webster?
Well,
Yes.
I wanted to wash my hands.
Was there not a bathroom in Mr. Hammond's flat?
Oh, yes, but he is a gentleman. I didn't like to use it.
Oh, yes, of course. I see. So,
I went back to my own little flat, just for a minute.
who was in Mr. Hammond's flat when you returned?
Nobody, my lord.
Nobody at all.
Well, Mr. Hammond was in the kitchen, but nobody else. Of course, Nicholas came in almost immediately, and then Standish, then Mr. Hammond from the kitchen with the supper, and Lady Esham last of all.
Miss Webster, you realize that perjury is a very grave offence.
Oh, sir, he didn't do it.
Who didn't do it, madam?
Could I write it on a piece of paper?
No, madam, you could not.
Well, Nicky.
Sir Nicholas Esham.
Yes.
Madam, what is this man to you?
Oh, sir.
Is he your lover?
Oh, no, sir, no.
Then why?
Sir, he is my son.
I beg your pardon.
But it was a long time ago. 48 years. On Midsummer Eve, Sir Martin and I.
You went down to make a phone call at midnight on Christmas Eve?
Yes, well, It was for a lady.
Oh, I see. And where is the telephone exactly at Retching Hall?
It's on the ground floor. Little annex at the back of the hall.
Ah, yes, I see. So could you have seen or heard anyone coming down those stairs and entering that library as you made your call?
Afraid not, old chap.
It's a disgusting lie. The whole lot of it, all lies.
Look, all of these people now admit having left that flat. In other words, having had opportunity to commit this crime, and yet you still insist you did not?
I most certainly do.
And all of them say that when they returned, you were still absent, and yet...
It isn't true. It isn't.
I think it is, Lady Isham. I think the truth is quite simple. That you led both of these men, Mr. Hammond and Sir Nicholas, to believe that you loved them. That your husband found out and threatened to divorce you. And rather than face that prospect, you went downstairs to your flat at midnight and stabbed your husband in the back.
No. No.
So, Mr. Standish, you did leave the flat.
Yes, my lord.
For what purpose?
But I suspected the presence of an intruder in the grounds, my lord.
And was there one?
No, my lord, my suspicion was erroneous.
Mr. Standish, why have you not come forward before now with this information?
It is not for me to obstruct the vengeance of the Lord. It is not my place to do so, it being, after all, a matter of murder.
Oh, you mean this case?
Oh, no, my lord, no, I was referring to the murder of my late master by Sir Stanley.
What?
One cannot avoid a modicum of suspicion, my lord, when the level of weed killer in the potting shed drops by some 5 inches over a period of 2 days, immediately prior to my beloved master expiring in frightful agony, having partaken of an unidentifiable curry dish prepared by Sir Stanley. One cannot avoid further suspicion when the local doctor, having expressed surprise at the violence of the master's so-called terminal gastritis, is run over in broad daylight by Sir Stanley's car, and one is inevitably led to the conclusion that a verdict of driving without due care and attention and the endorsement of Sir Stanley's license is hardly sufficient retribution for such a sequence of events, my lord.
Well, I mean, did you report these suspicions to the relevant authorities?
Oh, yes, indeed I did, my lord, to the police at Little Retching, to the then Constable Sampson.
You mean the officer who investigated this case?
Yes, my lord.
And what action was taken?
Absolutely nothing, my lord. Nothing at all. It has been my belief for some time that Sir Stanley maintained some power over the constable, possibly in connection with the matter of Mr. Mott.
Yes, that will do, Mr. Standish. That is all. Just stick to the facts, if you please. Now, did you yourself take any further action in this matter?
No, my lord. I was content to wait upon the mills of God, my lord.
What?
The mills of God, my lord. The mills of God grind slowly, but they grind exceeding small. Will that be all, my lord?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Standish. That will be all.
My lord, that is my case.
You are Arthur Prendergast, senior partner in the firm of Prendergast, Smithers and Prendergast, solicitors of High Street, Little Retching?
I am.
You are Arthur Prendergast, senior partner in the firm of Prendergast, Smithers and Prendergast, solicitors of High Street, Little Retching?
I am.
Now, did you visit Retching Hall towards the end of last year, Mr. Prendergast?
I did. On the 23rd of December, to be precise, as a result of a somewhat urgent request from Sir Stanley. I, as a result of certain researches into the firm's archives, was able to clarify his mind on certain matters. As a result, he summoned the inhabitants of the house into the hall and made a certain announcement to them. They were not aware of my presence.
And do you still have the note that you made on that occasion?
I do.
My lord, may the witness...
By all means, read your note.
You're all here, good, because I've got a bit of Christmas cheer for you all. You thought this house was entailed, didn't you? Well, you're wrong. Somebody forgot to sign something way back in 1800 and something, and it took me to find it out. This house belongs to me, Stan Isham, and nobody else, and I'm going to flog it to the highest bidder just as soon as Christmas is over. And then you'll all be out on your little pink ears, whatever my sainted father might have said, because there won't be Ishams at Retching Hall much longer. So that's it, like it or lump it, and a Merry Christmas to you all.
And then?
Then the company dispersed, my lord.
Mr. Prendergast, what were the terms of Sir Stanley's will as far as this house is concerned?
The relevant clause raises a most interesting legal point, my lord.
Really?
Sir Stanley left his personal fortune to his widow, but added thereafter a certain phrase, much, I may say, against my earnest professional advice.
What was that phrase?
Yes. I quote, "Seeing as how she can't have the house," unquote, my lord.
He did not, at the time of making this will, of course, know that the property was not, after all, entailed.
No, and he had no time to make a new will before his demise.
And since his demise, has any legal action been instituted to your knowledge concerning this phrase in Sir Stanley's will?
It is my understanding that the widow, Lady Isham, has instructed her solicitors to contest this phrase, my lord.
And in plain layman's terms, Mr. Prendergast, if she succeeds,
then the house reverts to Lady Isham instead of to the present incumbent, Sir Nicholas. It is, I understand, her intention to sell the property.
And when did you take up residence at Retching Hall, Mr. Hammond?
Just over 5 years ago, Sir Martin's time.
And what rental was agreed upon?
He didn't charge me any rent at all.
Did he give you any reason for this philanthropic behavior?
He liked my work.
Ah, what is your work?
I'm an artist.
And what sort of paintings do you do, Mr. Hammond?
Cows.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I paint cows, my lord, in fields and things. Sir Martin was very fond of cows.
And what were your relations with Lady Isham, Mr. Hammond?
I loved her. She loved me, or so she said.
You've heard Lady Isham deny that in this very court.
Yeah, well, she's bloody lying then.
Now we come to the night of the party. Can you tell us what you remember of that evening?
They all arrived together about 9 o'clock. And we talked, danced, drank a little, and then I went out to get supper about midnight. Marge followed me out.
Did you ask her to come?
I sort of gave her the wink, you know. We had to talk about the divorce.
Divorce?
Yes, she was going to ask her husband for a divorce that evening.
You did not, to put it very bluntly, Mr. Hammond, think it necessary to make this lady a widow before you could enjoy connubial bliss with her?
No.
And when you returned to the living room with the supper, was everyone in the room?
Except Marge, yes. She came in from outside the flat and said something about getting a breath of fresh air. I didn't think anything of it at the time.
I see. And later you went downstairs?
Oh. Music business, yes. I was a bit high, and I just said I'd go down and sort him out.
And did you?
I went down, yes.
Where to, precisely?
Well, the light was on in the library, so I went in there.
And what happened?
Well, he was sitting at the desk with his back to me. And, I was a bit lit up, you know. I just went over and grabbed him by the shoulder.
And?
He was dead.
Now, what led you to that conclusion, Mr. Hammond?
Well, there was a bloody great knife sticking in him. And my hand was all covered in blood where I touched him.
Yes, go on.
Well, I just stood there for a moment looking down at him, and then I went back upstairs into the flat.
And?
And Marge tried to get past me, to go downstairs, so I locked the door and threw the key out the window.
Why?
Didn't want her to see him, that's all. And then it hit me.
What hit you?
About her being downstairs earlier. So I had to be alone to sort things out. I rushed into the bedroom, slammed the door, lay down on the bed, and the next thing I knew, I was out like a light.
And what woke you up?
Bloody great lump of a copper over there woke me spouting about anything I said being used in evidence.
Mr. Hammond, the officer has said that your first remark when being told of Sir Stanley's death was So it really happened. Now, what did you mean by that?
That she done it. That it wasn't a dream, that it really did happen, that she really killed him.
And so?
And so I kept my mouth shut. I had to protect her. I would have done anything for her.
Thank you, Mr. Hammond.
Anything, Mr. Hammond? Including murder?
No.
Because you did kill him, didn't you?
No.
You went out there at 1 a.m. and Sir Stanley was very much alive. He said something...
Look, he was bloody dead, I tell you.
Something that made you blind with rage. There you were, the dagger ready to your hand on that wall.
Look, that applies to any of them. They were all going to be thrown out, weren't they? I mean, she could have done it to protect that son of hers. Or Nick himself for the title. Or Marge. Or that crazy butler there thinking he's the instrument of the Lord. Or that copper. I saw him once coming out of Stan's room, and if ever I saw murder on a man's face, or old Prendergast there. I mean, nobody's asked him questions about the Moxton affair, have they? Why don't you ask him questions about that and the reasons he had for hating Stan?
There's no doubt, Mr. Hammond, that nobody hated Sir Stanley quite as you did they? And you facing him there, the dagger in your hand, blind with rage.
I don't get mad like that, I tell you! I can control my temper!
Quite.
Now, let's come to the next morning, when Inspector Sampson cautioned you. They're rather odd things you said for an innocent man, weren't they?
Well, I've explained all that.
Oh, yes, of course. The chivalrous, self-sacrificing lover.
Well, it is true. I did love her. And I'm not the first.
To be made a fool of by a woman? No, of course not. And she has made quite a fool of you, hasn't she, Mr. Hammond? Here you are in the dock, solely to protect her, and now you find she was lying to you all the time, carrying on an affair with Sir Nicholas.
Shut up.
Under the same roof, slipping up the stairs to meet him, past the very door of your own room.
Shut up, shut up!
All the time she was planning to get rid of you. The lot of you, sell the house.
God, I'll kill her!
Restrain him, restrain him. Where's the police? Police! Restrain him.
Have you any further questions of this witness, Mr. Dealey? Then return the prisoner to the dock, if you please. Mr. Harvestead, would you like to address the jury?
No, my lord, I don't think I would.
Very well. Mr. Dealey?
My lord.
Your closing address?
My lord. Members of the jury, the defendant is, as you have perhaps noticed, a man of violent passion. But he directed that passion at the woman who has betrayed him. There is no proof that he would behave so to anyone else. Members of the jury, 3 things are essential for murder: means, motive, and opportunity. And every person present in that house, we now know, had all 3. Any one of them could have crept down those stairs at midnight, entered that library, snatched that knife from the wall, and struck that unsuspecting man. And as the defendant himself has reminded us, certain others. And we must not discount the possibility in this day and age of a helicopter landing silently on the snow-clad roof. Bearing all of this in mind, members of the jury, can you say positively, certainly, beyond any reasonable doubt, that this defendant, and no one else, members of the jury, no one else killed that man?
Members of the jury, this is not, despite certain apparent resemblances, a murder mystery, where you could point to someone in the well of the court and say, he or she done it. There is only one question, and one question only, for you to answer. Did this man, Robert Hammond, commit this murder? Now, members of the jury, will you kindly retire to consider your verdict?
All stand. Members of the jury, will your foreman please stand? Just answer this question, yes or no. Have you reached a verdict upon which you are all agreed?
Yeah.
Do you find the prisoner guilty or not guilty?
It's like this, my lord. You pays your money and you takes your choice.
Mr. Foreman.
But, my lord, the only possible person that could have done the deed is...
Mr. Foreman.
My lord?
Do you find the prisoner guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, my lord.
That is all that is required of you. Now, would you please release...
Yeah, but your honour...
Release the prisoner.
All stand.
Next week, a chance for you to join another jury, when things will be back to normal in the Crown Court.